made up a lot of the stuff. It was a lot of ad-lib stuff, and a lot of the abusive things that he did as part of the advertising campaign to buy the game. I don't know if you guys ever saw those commercials, but basically I abused the players into buying the game with really foul language and awful imagery. But a lot of that was ad-lib, so that's always fun too. It's fun to get in there and play. And then another favorite is
Leron from Guru Lagan. Just because he's on the other end of the spectrum, you know.
Okay, you are Tom. That's what you're known for, right?
For Tom?
Yeah.
I hope so.
You were a big inspiration growing up for me, and I was sad when you guys got canceled, and then you recently came back on. I'm glad. You also did a couple games, including some Halo games and Mass Effect, the Mass Effect series. My girlfriend wants you to do a couple lines for Rex.
Okay.
Or not Rex, but Grunt.
Grunt? Yeah. Okay. Did she have something in particular?
No.
No.
No?
No.
Well, it's I am Krogan. I mean, he always says that. Yeah, the thing about Grunt, though, is they pitch me down, so I would start with him way down here, and then they actually pitch him down another semitone or so. So whatever I do here is not going to sound exactly like it does in the game. The other thing, well, maybe I do have something for Grunt. Let me see. I'd never stab you in the back, Shepard. Warriors like you and me, straight to the face. You look good. You got a little something.
As a voice actor, how far in advance do you learn about the plot of whatever you're working on?
Sometimes I never know. On things like Cowboy Bebop, for instance, I never knew how the ending was going to look until I was there recording it. We don't get the scripts in advance when we record for anime, and in most cases video games, so I'll rely on the director to give me sort of an overall scope of context. But for some of the biggest shows I've ever worked on, I had no idea what I was even talking about. And for me, that works. I don't like that weird brain thing. I don't know, it just works for me that way. Some people really want to do their research and know everything there is to know about it. And particularly for anime, I won't do the research just so it feels organic as it's coming out. And if I'm going too far off track, the directors will dial me back in. For original animation, shows like Transformers or Wolverine and X-Men, those kinds of shows, we'll usually get the script the night before, or maybe 2 nights before, so I can at least read the script and know where I am in the context of that. But we're creating all that from scratch, so we kind of need to have a little bit of context there. With anime, it's been done before. They know exactly where the arc is going, and it's just up to us to sort of bring a new little American flavor to those same beloved characters.
Okay. Do you normally watch the shows that you put up? No?
No. As far as anime is concerned, I've seen Cowboy Bebop. I've seen that whole series, and I didn't see that until about 2 years ago. I've seen maybe 6 or 7 episodes of Samurai Champloo, and the only other ones that I saw most of Digimon because I was a writer for that show. I did a lot of the ADR scripts for that, and for Trigun because I was a writer on that show. So I actually watched that beginning to end. But most of their anime, I'm not a gamer. I've been in almost 300 games and I've never played one of them. Most of them shrink wrapped in my studio.
So you have them, you just haven't.
I don't have all of them because most of the gaming companies aren't that good about giving us the games. I have probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 dozen games that are shrink wrapped still, or I give it to my kids because they're gamers and they play, or my nephews. And I have to have my kids play me to the levels where my characters show up. A lot of times on my boss levels. And there's no way I'd ever get to that, so I have to have my kids play me there and show, that's you, Dad, that's what you did. And I have no idea what they're going to look like, because everything, we get like a stack of script about that thick for a lot of these games, things like Mass Effect and for many
then
other
you just say that?
And we just boom, 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 600 lines in 4 hours is what we average, and then you have to do 3 versions of each line, sometimes up to 10 versions of each line, so we're just slamming through it.
Just different voices, or?
Different voices, different characters. You know, there's certain games like Mass Effect where I concentrated on Grunt, and there was just a lot of Grunt. So that stack was probably all Grunt. There are other things like all the Star Wars games. I'll come in and I'll play sometimes 15, 20 characters in the game. And so I'll have the same size script, but we'll do like 2 or 3 pages of character. Okay, on to the next character. This character is 300 pounds and he's got one-eyed go. The next character is okay, now you're stormtroopers. You're getting killed, you're killing somebody, you know, you're getting electrocuted, you're on fire. And you just go through the whole thing, and it's literally that quick, so there's no context at all. And then when I do get to see it fleshed out, once they fully animate everything, it's always a surprise to me. I don't even remember doing it because it's so fast. So, you know, when people come up and ask me to do these characters they haven't worked on for a long time, there's probably been 400 or 500 sessions between the recording of that and today. So all sorts of different kinds of projects, commercials, and you know, all sorts of different genre too. So it's a good thing I don't have a memory, otherwise I get caught up in all that. I explode.
Can you tell me that I'll be equalized?
Yes, you will be equalized. Would you like me to take your bending away?
That's pretty
That
cool.
never gets old. The power of the thumb, who knew?
I'm holding it right on my keyblade so it
Nice to
doesn't
meet you. Hello.
Nice to meet you. Nick Toombs.
Yes. Very nice. I know. I've never seen anybody cosplay as Danny Phantom before.
I had to be original.
Well, congratulations. You broke a new barrier.
I'm a little nervous though.
Don't be. It's just us.
You are my second voice actor I met because I'm a huge fan of voice acting, and I want to do voice acting. I want to do animations. Do you have any tips on voice acting?
Yes, go to my website, and there's a page that says, how do I become a voice actor? So this question comes up a lot. And what that will do is it'll bring up a page, and it'll give you sort of the overview of what it takes to become a voice actor, and a few little tips and tricks. And then there is a link there to a blog that D. Bradley Baker wrote. I don't know if you're familiar with his work, but D is in probably everything you've ever watched that has a creature in it. He's just a master voice actor. He wrote this very, very informative blog that he updates every couple of weeks with all sorts of new information. So all that information is free. It'll really be helpful for you. And there's also a link to a book called Voiceover Voice Actor by Yuri Lowenthal, who plays Ben 10 and many, many, many other things. And he wrote this book with his wife, and it's great. It'll save you a ton of money. It'll save you a ton of time and a lot of heartache as you're going through the business, because there are so many people out there, like in many areas of entertainment, where they'll take your money and they'll promise you a lot of stuff, and they really won't give you the information that you need to succeed. And this is a free and really cheap way of doing it. His book, I think, is like $20 or less on Amazon, and Dee's blog is free, of course. So go there, start there first, and that'll really help you. That'll get you on the right track.
What is the website?
It's just steveblumvoices.com.
Okay.
If you forget that, just look up my name. Just Google my name, and it comes up really quick.
Alright.
It's
Does it
the
also
first-
have tips on like voice acting on video games? Because I heard that video game voice acting is different.
It's all this. It's all acting, and it will give you tips on that too. It's all the same thing. The only thing that